guys. This time the video will be in English because I am planning on doing a recipe that someone is asking me for it. So this time I decided to do it, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to follow the recipe as it should be, but I'm gonna change a few things so I can give my special touch because I'm a Mexican, right? So it will be jollof rice. Jollof rice is a Nigerian recipe, so let's go ahead and start. And with all respect for everyone from Nigeria, I'm gonna only change a few small things in order for me to go ahead and do the rice. I hope you like it and you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and start. To start with the recipe, we're gonna go ahead and use these ingredients. So it will be 3 sweet peppers. We will use 6 tomatoes. We will use almost half of a red onion and 2 habanero peppers. Okay, for this one, since I have children, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the seeds to avoid it to be too hot. Something I was missing was the garlics. Here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 garlics, medium size, so we will continue blending. We will go ahead and use, in this time, we're gonna reduce that with a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna hit it, and we will go ahead and reduce the mix that we just made with the tomatoes and the sweet pepper. Okay, it is ready. Okay. Let's go ahead and reduce it almost to the half. Here I would like to add just half a teaspoon of salt, only half. And we will continue mixing and reducing. And while the sweet pepper and tomato mix it's reducing, we're gonna chop 2 onions, small. We need to chop really small. Voila, this is the way that it has to be. Okay, so this is going to be the onion that we will be frying. We will also be needing a little bit of puree. So tomato puree, we're gonna use only like half of this, maybe the entire, because it's just 210 grams, but it could be only the half only because we made a lot of mixture. For the seasonings, we're gonna need 2 chicken chicken seasoning cubes here, and we will need it's curry, like half of teaspoon. Thyme is same half of teaspoon. We will need also garlic. It will be half like 3/4 of a teaspoon, and a few bay leaves. Okay, so that's for the seasoning that I'll show you when we include it. The sweet pepper and tomato sauce is almost reduced as desired, so now we're gonna go ahead and move and fry our onion in our another pan. And I know that usually you fry the onion with a lot of oil, so we're gonna use less, because here's where the process that I'm gonna change will be included. So let's go ahead and use less amount of oil. Instead of almost a cup of oil, it will be like 1/3 or less. So it's not that much, honestly. It's very little amount. Once it is hot enough, we will put in our onion. It's ready. So let's go ahead and fry our onion. This process will take around 8 minutes until this becomes soft and smells. It will smell really good. The change that I'm gonna make for this jollof rice will be the following. While everything is getting ready, we're still reducing our pepper and tomato, sweet pepper and tomato sauce, and we're preparing the onion. We're gonna go ahead and prepare the mixture. I'm putting a little bit of oil, again, like maybe 1/3 of a cup, not that much of oil. I move it so all the pan can have the oil, and I will fry the rice that I have previously cleaned with hot water. I cleaned it with hot water because it works for me that way. I think that when you clean it with hot water and then you rinse it with cold water, it allows your rice to not get like all like, how's it called, like all together. I forgot it. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget things. But let's see if this time this recipe works for me that way. That will be the change that I will be making. Once more time, I don't try to be rude. I just try to adapt the recipe in a way that it can be a good recipe for me. So let's go ahead and do this. Since I let the rice to dry before cooking it, it is going to help to fry it faster and better. But I don't fry it that much. It will be just a little bit, and I'll show you when it will be the exact point that I stop frying my rice all the time. This is the way that I left our tomato and sweet pepper to reduce, so it could be like a pure. Okay, so let's go ahead and reserve this once we have the onion ready. In this point, our onion is ready, so we're gonna go ahead and include now the pure paste that is that was purchased. Like that, like I told you, we're not gonna use everything. And we will let it fry and also reduce again. And it will take around 10-15 minutes, around that. Now that the time has passed, let's incorporate our paste. And 5 more minutes. We have to mix light for 5 more minutes. Okay? Once the 5 minutes pass, we will incorporate everything else. The rice is ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off until we are ready to incorporate with the mixture. Now let's go ahead and add the chicken cubes. We will include the garlic. We will include the curry. We will include the thyme and the bay leaves, and let's mix. And now that everything is mixed, we will include the chicken stock. We just prepared it, so it's still hot. Oh. Okay. And let's let it boil before we incorporate it to the rice. And here is the second change I made. Instead of adding the rice to the mixture, I will include the mixture to the rice because it already boiled. Let's go ahead and make that change now. Let's go ahead and clean our pan with another cup of chicken stock, and we will include it to the rice. I like veggies, so let's go ahead and include a little bit of onions. Carrots. I'm so sorry. A little bit of carrots sliced, and we lower the heat. Just lower it. Okay, there. I will also include a little bit of celery. I said I was gonna change a little bit of things, and I love veggies, so I think it's very important if we have children, we give them veggies in the food. So let's continue cooking, and let's cover it as best as possible, and let's clean. In the meantime, let's see how it is looking now. Yes, it is looking the way it is supposed to look. I'm proud of myself. Let's go ahead and let it finish cooking, okay, before we can taste it. Okay guys, I'm already frying the chicken that we're gonna eat with the jollof rice. But now I want to show you how it is. Ooh. This looks great. Look. Okay, let's go ahead and serve a little bit. And let's go ahead and taste it. Okay, I want you to see it. It's red as it is supposed to be. And let's see how it tastes. Okay. It's really hot. I like the taste more than the first time that I made it, because the previous time it was too spicy, but this time it's perfect. Okay, well, I do like it, so I hope you do so, and I hope you enjoy it. If you try the recipe, just let us know, and also write your comments. What do you think about the recipe? And once more time, it's just the way I do it. I know you do it differently. Just with all the respect, it's a delicious recipe. Thank you. Don't forget to give a like. See you soon. Also, before I forget, special mention to my friend Jerry, who has helped us with the recipe. I took some things that he mentioned, but it has my name on it because I made it and I changed several things. And Nelly, we did it. I think this time it was better. Maybe I don't have 100 yet, but we're getting to it. Okay? Love you. See you soon, guys. Oh, Jaja, y'a pas moyen, Jaja. J'suis pas ta cata, Jaja, genre.